Hello, everyone, and welcome to a distance learning plan for geometry version. As you can see, I'm not at school. This is my apartment. This is my office where I'm going to be doing uh, the distance learning plan. But before I say much of anything else, I want to say that I hope that everyone is staying safe and taking care of themselves. I realize that this has been a time of uncertainty and confusion. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me after you're done with listening to this video. Uh, the the best way that we can get through this is together. So please let me know if you have questions. To get a hold of me, you can use my email address listed below. You can also call my phone, my desk phone there. I will be checking my voicemail at least once a day, and I hope to check it more often than that. So what I'm going to be doing is talking a little bit about how distance learning is going to be working. So first of all, our schedule, the first day that we're back in school, if you haven't heard, is March 30th. It's going to be a day 2. So we only meet on day 1s. So March 31st is going to be the first day 1. So yes, we are going to be doing day 1, day 2 schedules like we've been doing, making sure we've kind of got that routine. We are going to have periods. The times of those periods are different, as you can see. So we meet fourth block on day 1. So our first meeting is going to be March 31st at that fourth block time of 1:15 to 2:30. That's going to be the time that we're meeting. We're also going to follow days off via the district calendar. So I believe April 9th and 10th, uh, we're not having uh, uh, class on the 9th and 10th. Yeah. Next, office hours. I do have office hours for this distance learning plan. So I'm going to be available before school, kind of. That's 7:45 to 8:30. And then also from 2:30 to 3:30. So that's kind of like the after school time. That 2:30 to 3:30, I'm going to be available via Zoom, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. That morning office hour time, that's mostly when I'm going to be answering emails, checking my voicemail. So I'm not going to be available at Zoom during those times, but I will on a case-by-case basis. But I just said Zoom. What is Zoom? Zoom is how we're going to be communicating and how we're going to be able to see each other during this distance learning experience. If you want to know how Zoom works, instructions on how to use Zoom and log into it are available via your Highlander page. So I'm not going to talk about that here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. The important thing I want to say about Zoom is the links to our meetings are going to be posted on Moodle, and I am going to send them out via email the first few days, but the main place I want you to look for them is on Moodle. Now, when we meet, what I really want to stress is that when we meet, that your audio and video stays muted while we are meeting together, unless I tell you otherwise. There's a multitude of reasons we want to do this, but the main reason I'm concerned about is bandwidth. Video streaming is one of the most taxing things that you can do on your personal home network. And we don't want people's internet crashing while we're trying to meet as a class. So we don't want to be complicating it with streaming all sorts of videos. So I'm going to ask that video stay muted while we are in class time. Yeah, that's that. All right, now I also sent you a document with this email where you found this link. I want to go through that very quickly, show you a couple things on our Moodle site, and then we'll be done. So class is going to work pretty much as normal with a few minor tweaks. That's one of the things I like about the plan that we've put together is that it's still going to be kind of following our same routines. We'll start with a warm-up, like we always do. I'm going to work the warm-up, answer questions that you have about the warm-up. That might be a time that I unmute you if you want to ask your question. You can also type it in a chat on Zoom. Next, I'm going to send you off to watch a video lesson. You can watch that lesson before class, or you can watch it during class time. I'm going to give you dedicated class time to watch that video. While you watch that video, I want you to write down your notes like you always would, as well as one thing you need clarification on. Because I'm going to do a little practice to see how well you understood what was in that video, answer any questions that I noticed from your practice, which is a few couple problems, as well as other questions that you write down while you watch the video. So watch a video, a little practice, answer question time, and then we'll be applying via homework. A homework is going to change a little bit. Homework is basically the classwork sheets that you've been doing throughout the year. That's our homework. What was our homework sheets is going to be more suggested problems. So if you want additional problems to do, those will be made available as if you want additional practice. But mostly what we're going to be focusing on is those classwork sheets. And a couple of those problems will be our practice, and then the rest is going to be your homework, which you'll turn in via a Google form. You might have seen that Google form. It's going to be similar to the one that I sent out earlier. More details on that in a minute. Overall, make sure we keep it real while we're doing these things and make sure you monitor your devices. There's going to be all kinds of other distractions that are going to be popping up while we're doing these things that we're not used to. I can almost guarantee my cat is going to interrupt our video meetings. Your siblings might interrupt you. Your phone might go off. I'm not going to be there to help keep you focused. I'm not going to know what's happening on your end. So it's up to you to monitor yourself and your space. Find a nice clean space. Like my office, like I don't come in here unless I'm teaching, is my plan to make sure that I separate when I'm at school and when I'm at home, because they're both kind of trying to blend together right now. Try to find your own personal space to do your geometry work along with all your other classwork. Grades, homework, study guides, classwork, all of that is going to get kind of blended together into one mega section. I don't have classwork posted there right now, but it'll be there once you get this link. So those are all going to get kind of blended together into one massive thing in the gradebook. So you'll be able to turn in your assignments via Google Form. Mastery quizzes. No more mastery quizzes. They're all done. All done. No more mastery quizzes for the rest of the year. But what about your old ones? A lot of you have been reaching out and asking about how do we do old mastery quizzes? Here's your answer. What we'll do is the last 10, 15 minutes of our Zoom class period, I will post one mastery quiz, and you have the opportunity to take that one mastery quiz. You'll take write your problem down on a piece of paper and then submit that via a Google form. Now it's going to slow us down because we can only do one a day, so make sure you're ready for whatever mastery quizzes you need to do. I will make sure that you know which mastery quiz we're doing each day before we come into class, so that you can be ready to take it. Finally, tests are going to be administered via Zoom. So one of our Zoom meetings will be a test. You'll navigate to a Google form to submit your work and scratch work that you would do for your test. It's just you're not going to have that physical paper in front of you. You're going to be writing it down on your own piece of paper. Old tests can be made up. That's totally fine. It's going to happen during office hours. Me and the other geometry teachers are going to kind of band together and get like everybody who needs the Chapter 9 test. And all the Chapter 9 test retakes will happen at the same time in one person's class hour. So if you need to retake a test, reach out to me so we can set up when we're going to take that test. Finally, I'm going to take you to the Moodle site to kind of show you a couple little updates. There's access to a graphing calculator. If you need a nice calculator, this is a great one to use. So make sure you check that out. Now, right here, this is our distance learning materials. So this is where if you need to come to my office hours, again, my office hours are from 2:30 to 3:30. I might be available at other times. So if I ever direct you to my office hours, you want to click on that link. This is the link to our Zoom meeting. So you want to click right there if you want to, when you join our Zoom meetings. Again, I will email that out as well, but it will always be available right there. When you turn in your homework, this is the form that you use. I'm going to show you how to use that form quickly. It's pretty simple form. All you got to do is put in your first and last name, choose your teacher. So your teacher is me. And then we meet on day 1, hour 4. So you'd make those selections. If you've got my name, I mean, I only have one geometry class, so it's pretty easy. These are more for the other teachers. And then you choose the assignment that you're trying to turn in. So these are older assignments. If you have these older assignments that you want to turn in, you can turn them in right there. Our first assignment, you can see, is due on those particular days. April 1st, no fooling, is going to be our first assignment. Then once you're ready to turn in this 10-4 assignment, which you'll see when we meet in class on the 31st. So you don't know what this assignment is yet. So there's no reason to try to turn it in right now. You would add the file. So you take a picture with your phone or your Chromebook or something of your work that you did for those problems. And then you would attach it right here, selecting the files from your device or from your drive. And then you hit submit and you're done. Thing turned in. You can turn in whenever you want, but you want to make sure you're doing it by April 1st. before class time, so before our meeting time. I'm not going to hit submit because I don't have anything to turn in right now. Leave. Final thing is all of our transformations so all of our stuff that we're doing, actually we're in chapter 10 right now, all of our work for chapter 10 and whatever chapter we're working on will be located right there, so you can see all that information. And I'll go over that in more detail when we meet for our first time on the 31st. And that's about it. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, I can't stress how much I hope that everyone is being safe, practicing social distancing in this uncertain time that we're experiencing. If you have any questions, again, I can't stress how important it is to reach out to me. The best way we can get through this is together. And I hope everybody's staying safe, and I look forward to seeing you all on the 31st. Bye-bye.